Hello, I'm Dr. Ross Walker and welcome to The Checkup. I'd like to talk today about a subject that's not particularly close to my heart, something that I've always detested, which is cigarette smoking. Come the revolution, I'm running the show, it will be banned. Not banned in public places, I mean banned. But it's not, and unfortunately we have to put up with the consequences. Now, you may be shocked to know that 80% of drug-related deaths are directly due to cigarette smoke, 17% due to grog, and 3% to the rest, all the other drugs, the illegal drugs. Of course, they're harder to get, and I'd be making cigarettes impossible to get. Of course, it's going to push some onto the black market, but it's going to make a lot less people smoke. Unfortunately, still 13% of the population are smoking, but that's better than what it used to be, where we're talking somewhere between 25 to 30% of the population smoking. And there's no doubt that cigarette smoke is related to a number of different diseases, whether you talk about lung cancer. About 20% of smokers get lung cancer, 60% of smokers get cardiovascular disease, keeps me in a job, 60% of smokers get chronic lung disease, and there's a whole lot of other cancers and other conditions that are directly related to cigarette smoking. And then you'll have this rubbish argument about, oh, my old grandfather smoked till he was 80 and was knocked over by a bus. He was probably knocked over by the bus trying to light the cigarette when he was walking across the street. But one person out of about 300 or 400 does not justify cigarette smoking. Now, this rather large study of just under 400,000 people looked at people from about the age of 25 to 75 and looked at their smoking habits. And they found that people who were current smokers up to the age of 75 had a 3 times higher rate of death compared with people who'd never smoked. And interestingly, and I found this quite shocking, 21% of people had started smoking before the age of 14, for goodness sake. 2% before the age of 10. 10-year-olds, oh, goodness me. But anyhow, that aside, the younger you start smoking, the higher your risk for death. And the point about this is, when you stop, you will always get a benefit. The younger you stop, the more benefit you have. So, for example, if you stop smoking in your 50s, you still have a 70% higher risk for death than compared with non-smokers, but that's compared to the 300% higher risk of death if you continue to smoke. So the message here is, if you are still a smoker, I beg you to start thinking about stopping. And the first step in stopping cigarettes is a desire to do so, to want to do so. There are many things you can do to help yourself as far as stopping smoking goes, but the first thing is you really have to want to do it. So that's the checkup. We'll talk more about smoking next week.